Shalom to the light, giving all praise, all the glory to Yahweh, Shemel Shai, Bishop Kokodash, and give it all honor to the elder apostles and other bishops, the great millstone for well, peace and salutation to elect. Shemel Mappa's name of Mappa from the great millstone Plaintables camp. Located here in the city of Philadelphia, coming with another week lesson. And this lesson is going into current events that's going upon in the world. And this specifically in the city of Philadelphia. You have it here, and a shooting had occurred on a public transportation bus. Okay.
Have a new and very big clue in their investigation into the death of a student on board a SEPTA bus. Authorities released this video today that shows the suspects very clearly. It also shows 15-year-old Zakir Whitfield, who had his life taken. Action News reporter Caroline Goggin now joins us live tonight at police headquarters with the new details and more of this video, Caroline.
Yes, Shari, we learned today that the 15-year-old who was killed was a student at Upper Darby High School, and I also learned tonight that he attended Paul Robeson High School here in Philadelphia for a period of time. And right now, as Philadelphia police continue to investigate, they're sharing those first images with us of the suspects they're looking for. Tonight, Philadelphia police are looking for these 4 people.
It's like typical, the street ninjas, as we'll give it to you, and that's about dreadheads, ski masks, and hoodies, tight jogger pants, and some trainers on, or tennis shoes.
Wanted in connection with the shooting death of a 15-year-old on a SEPTA bus. It happened in West Philadelphia on Saturday afternoon around 1 o'clock. This video shows 3.
So while we at camp, you got things like this going on. Okay, we have groups of teenagers, that be walking about. Okay, and particular spot, like I say, that we on is in that general area of Philadelphia. Okay, so we could even came across some of these different individuals that's walking about. Okay,
3 of the suspects inside of a convenience store. Then around 12:45 that afternoon, they are captured waiting for a SEPTA bus in the area of Girard and Ridge Avenues, and then boarding it together. Just before 1 o'clock,
it ain't paying for no bus fare, by the way, either.
The 4th suspect is seen waiting at a stop and then getting on the same bus. Philadelphia police say just a few minutes after that, 6 juveniles started fighting in the back of the bus. When the driver stopped near 40th Street and Girard Avenue, one of the suspects got off. But as you can see,
that's way out west. Yeah, you're going north to west Philly.
Here, he then fired into the bus before running away. Police.
So you got, these young bulls, as I like to call them. They gun toting. They have heat on them. Okay.
Say that single gunshot struck 15-year-old Zakir Whitfield in the chest, killing him.
And one shot aimed to kill. Okay, so hey, hit him in the chest like that, easy. So aim to kill. Fight breaks out. All right, you might get a forget this, bam. Because these days, it's not like hearing a lot of older Israelites, Jake, tell you back in the day, a lot of different reubim or strivings, okay, would occur amongst individuals, but they would fight it out with fist to fist. No weapons would be involved, okay. But now you have it. People, these ninjas especially, are they gun toting, and they're not satisfied with just laying a couple hands on you and stuff and walking away. Okay, they're bloodthirsty. Okay, so you different with a new breed. Okay, that's the new breed. All right. Now, this is Psalm chapter 22 and 9. It says, but thou art he that took me out of the womb. Thou didst make me hope when I was upon my mother's breast. I was cast upon thee from the womb. Thou art my power from my mother's belly. Be not far from me, for trouble is near, for there is none to help. Many bulls have compassed me. Strong bulls of Bashan have beset me round. They gaped upon me with their mouths as raving and a roaring lion. Okay, and David had to deal, a lot of his enemies, surrounding him, being amongst, wicked Israelites, heathen and such. So, these spirits have been around, okay? Disobedient Israelite children, they've been around, coming back. Their sons were dealing with Bunyam, okay, which are the sons, or Bunya, or the sons of Israel. So-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans are the Israelites. But you have a lot of them are wicked. 2/3 of them are wicked, all right? Like I said, without hesitation, fight breaks out. Dude gets out. He don't care. He's shooting. Look, you see him. He's shooting. And they assassins. These Jake are assassins. You see, they got the ninja hoodie. The ski mask. Okay, they call them YNs these days. Which go for young ninjas. All right, young niggards. Okay, they had no light in them. Okay, but they got gun. He got palm to palm. Let me see. Is that palm to palm?
Police say that.
No, it's not palm to palm.
Or running away. Police before running here, he then fired into the bus before running away. Police say that single gunshot struck 15-year-old Zakir Whitfield in the chest, killing him.
It's very sad. I mean, it's like it's every day that it's over nothing. Something someone said, or it could be something on clicks or whatever, but it's sad that kids are losing their life.
Police say after the shot was fired.
But these are adults, okay? Because after the age of 12, hey, after you hit puberty, you are under the eyes of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You are an adult, okay? So they will be judged by the law, okay? And you had what you had can break out, was it premeditated murder? Most of these kids, like I said, they glorify, in these acts and stuff, to put to death the fellow brother and stuff like that. Of course, we know we go into our law as Israelites. We've been given the law. All right, and it tells us in Exodus 20 and 13, thou shalt not kill. Okay, Ratzazach, Bahabariath in the Hebrew. Okay. Going into premeditated murder, slaying. Okay. This is what, this wicked, ill intent that these Israelites have. All right. To act the homicide. Okay. So we go on.
The 4 suspects ran from the area. As the search for them continues, people we spoke with say they'll remain on high alert.
It makes me nervous because I have to watch my back. I have to be concerned about my children, my grandchildren. It's a scary thought.
Right, and you got these bad baby kids, as I like to call them too. Just running about, and they are indiscriminate. They don't have any manners, okay, or any high moral character at all. They are brutes, and they went in the way of Cain, okay, Esau, Edom. That spirit that's what's in Esau, Edom, the wicked. They have went in, and they're just murderers. All right. So the scriptures do speak about when you have a stubborn son or a daughter and such. Let me see. This is Deuteronomy 21. And it tells you, if a man have a stubborn and rebellious son, which will not obey the voice of his father. Now, most of our youth don't have a father figure in their face to be able to point them in the right direction, and of course chastise them, to make sure they're not around these other influences that would encourage them to be shooters and to be unruly and to be bold and such. So most of these kids are unbroken. We speak about, as the scriptures speak about, how a horse that's not broken will be headstrong. All right. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 30:8. It reads, a horse not broken becometh headstrong. Okay. And a child left to himself will be willful. Okay. These kids are doing what they want to do out here. Okay. They living by, wicked principle, street codes that are not at all lawful. Okay. A lot of them, like I said, they even dared to get into idolatry. So it's just all out a rebellion. Who would break them in? Their fathers would break them in with chastisements. Okay. Putting them in the right way. Okay. Let's go back. Deuteronomy 21:18. It says, if a man have a stubborn and rebellious son, which will not obey the voice of his father or the voice of his mother. Okay. A lot of times they do have single mothers that live within the household and such, and she's supposed to act as the guardian of them. But a house that's not established by the father, man, that house is broken. Okay. Yeah, a lot of our kids are in broken households, and they have these different traumas and such. They're effeminate. They don't know how to act. Once you do rebuke them, they, like I say, they ready to act out, have a temper tantrum and such. They're emotional. I don't know what's going on with that. It says here, Ecclesiasticus chapter 3 and verse 9, it says, for the blessing of the father established the houses of children, of sons. Okay. but the curse of the mother rooted out foundations, man. So it's like, they don't have a sound foundation no more. Okay. So these kids, they're just really just beasts, all right, running about. Okay. And this is Deuteronomy 21:18, and that when they chastise him, will not hearken unto them. So I'm going to read it from the top. It says, if a man have a stubborn and rebellious son, which will not obey the voice of his father or the voice of his mother, and that when they have chastised him, will not hearken unto them. Because remember, chastisement is for correction. Okay. And you have it with some of these kids, they'll try to, chastise them, correct them, but they don't want to take heed. Okay, the scriptures do speak about this is Ecclesiastes chapter 30:9. It says, conquer thy child, and he shall make thee afraid. Play with him, and he will bring to thee heaviness. You can't be all cheerful with these little kids and stuff. You have to, be stern on them, especially men, young men, sons. You have to be stern and, let them to have fear, of repercussions for the, there's consequences for various actions you do in the world. Okay. You don't want to be out here. You will go to jail if you out there running around. If you running around, you leave me yourself like where you could die, if you're being disobedient, unruly, not obeying the law. Okay. It says, laugh not with him, lest thou have sorrow with him, and lest thou gash thy teeth in the end. You're like, damn, man. Because look, a lot of times, look, you're going to see, little Tommy then got himself in trouble. Now you over there crying over Tommy because he in jail and fighting a case or something of that sort. You upset, with him because he making dumb decisions and stuff like that. It says, give him no liberty in his youth, and wink not at his folly. So you're supposed to be on him, okay? Don't leave no opening for, okay, he'll be all right. No, you have to be on these little young kids, because it's like if you give them an inch, they're going to take the field, man. They ain't going to get a yard. They're going to take the field, which is this world, okay? And these young kids, like I said, they have a different vibe, man. These kids are monsters, man. So you're going to go on it. Back again. It says, this is Deuteronomy chapter 21:19. Then shall his fathers and mothers mother lay hold on him, and bring him out unto the elders of his city, and unto the gate of his place. And they shall say unto the elders of his city, this our son is stubborn and rebellious, and he will not obey our voice. He is a glutton and a drunkard. And all the men of the city shall stone him with stones, and that he die. So that thou shalt put evil away from among you, and all Israel shall hear and fear. If Jake seen that, they children that was wicked will be put under the sentence of Mawath, or death, for rebellion and stubbornness, that will put fear in the hearts of the kids to not be rebellious, okay? These are things that would go down in ancient Israel and such. And, obviously we can't practice that up today, but that is in the law, okay? Because it's not expedient. You do something of that sort, you will be going and be right there in the penal system under Esau, Edom, okay? So, it's vanity out here.
If you have any information about the suspects, you were asked to call police. As always, Philadelphia police are offering a $20,000 reward for any information that leads to an arrest and conviction. We're live tonight at...
So we gonna go next.
A grandfather's heartbreak.
Nobody wants to lose a child. That's the worst thing
Lil Wayne.
in the world. The worst.
Lil Wayne.
Grandfather's heartbreak.
Nobody wants to lose a child. That's the worst thing in the world. The worst.
A local family desperately seeking justice and answers into the deadly violence that left a teenager dead on a SEPTA bus. Tonight, Philadelphia police released new information on one of the suspects who's still at large. Wednesday night, and the big story on Action News is the latest in the investigation into the murder of 15-year-old Zakir Whitfield, who was shot and killed Saturday. Tonight, his grief-stricken family is speaking out. Action News reporter Brianna Smith is following the story and is live outside of Philadelphia Police Headquarters with the details. Brianna.
Rick, Philadelphia police say they now have an arrest warrant for one of the 4 suspects. As they continue to investigate, we spoke to Zakir Whitfield's grandfather, who says instead of celebrating his 16th birthday yesterday, they laid him to rest.
That's my boy.
And
See that the Lord take him out, you know, days before so-called alleged, day of birth, okay, which we don't, participate in worshiping. That's not a high holy day for us Hebrew Israelites. That's another Babylonian custom, okay. And the Lord, like I said, he known do the various judgment that he do throughout the earth, okay. This is gonna be the book of Psalms, chapter 58 and 10. It says, "The righteous shall rejoice when he seeth vengeance, the vengeance. He shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked, so that a man shall say, verily, there's a reward for the righteous. Verily, he is a God that judges in the earth." The point being that the Lord, our power, is a God, our power, that judges in the earth. Okay, you have to understand that about our power, okay? The judgment plays out here on earth, so for him to get shot with one shot to the chest, that was the Lord's judgment, okay? Take him out swift. All right, by a bunch of outcasts. All right, let's go back. Also, fair use warning. This video is for educational purpose only.
to Zakir Whitfield, that was his pop. Anthony Overstreet says he gained custody of Whitfield when he was 3 months old.
I just looked at him, fell in love with him. That was it.
Overstreet says Whitfield was friendly, family-oriented, and favored basketball before his life was cut short at just 15 years old.
I always see it on the news it happened to somebody else, so this time this had to be my turn. But I don't think nobody should have turned.
Philadelphia police say on Saturday, Whitfield was sitting in the back of...
And his name itself is what, Zakir?
Philadelphia police say on...
But I don't think nobody should have.
What's that, Zakir? Zakir. Let me see, I want to look up something real quick. Zakir name. Okay, let's see. Like, obviously, it's going to go back to Zakar. Zakar means to remember. And you have, they say grateful, derived from Dakir, means to be remembered. So, his name itself just goes back to remember. All right, Zakar, like Zakar. All right, like you got Zechariah, Zechariah, remembering the Most High. All right. Which I can show y'all real quick. The Lord is strategic. Now he gonna be remembered. The Hebrew word right there, or remember, is a car. It's a za, a ka, and a ra, mean to remember and to call to mind, to be in remembrance, to be thought of, right? So now he's up and to make a memorial, right? And the Lord made a memorial of this particular young adult, okay? You know, hey, before you turned 16, you was put out, you know, by your own nation, okay? Fellow kinsmen. You know, I don't know for what reasons, but, you know, these kids are beasts out here.
So this time, this had to be my turn. But I don't think nobody should have turned.
Philadelphia police say on Saturday, Whitfield was sitting in the back of a SEPTA bus when these 4 juvenile suspects boarded and a fight ensued.
They might have seen him. It was on sight, okay? So, like, a lot of these little youngins, young bulls, as I like to say, a lot of them, they hiding and they running, man, because, like I say, it's a different vibe out here with these young bulls, and I don't know what's going on in the streets with them. But a lot of times with these young boys, they wearing masks and they hiding their faces and stuff, you know. You know, they running from other ops that they'll call them these days. And hey, you see things get on sight. Not only he got beat up, but he got shot. You know, he got killed.
After the bus stopped at 40th Street and Girard Avenue in West Philadelphia, police say one of them got off and fired a single gunshot, killing Whitfield. Police identified one suspect as 17-year-old Zakai Davis.
It's Zakai. You know? So a lot of them is just remembered.
Murder, both sides loses, you know, because when he gets caught, they lost a son.
Yeah, like you're gonna have it. All these Jake Israelites in jail. You know, you either in the spirit world or you in jail now, and you know, that's broken up households, wasted life.
Street hopes Whitfield's
he ain't
death
living as a servant of the Lord.
will be an awakening for others.
Something good might come out of this. That some other kid can take heed or see what happened to him.
See, take heed meaning to listen or be obedient. Okay, me growing up as a youth, you know, I seen these different, you know, you have the groups of dudes, they bad, and then they might see you and want to get, you know, take advantage, peer pressure you into getting into the dirt that they getting into. But I just, you know, I remember I ended up going out to Jamaica and stuff, and then just finding, you know, what they call plantation Christianity and stuff, and I was just like, I'm not gonna follow that way. You know, my mom always instilled in me, you know, because I ain't have, you know, my real father in my life, but I had a stepdad, but he wasn't, you know, really that present in certain cases. But, you know, I knew I didn't want to be like other family members, uncles that did time in jail and, you know, over 17 years. That's a waste of time. I don't have time to waste, okay? I don't have time to give to Esau, Edom. I give my time to Yahweh Shem Shai.
It can happen to you.
Despite the pain, Overstreet says he finds peace in his grandson's reminder.
He's telling me that you don't have to worry about me no more. So that's what makes it kind of easier. Because he always used to say that, don't worry about me, I'm all right. I know he's in a better place.
He in the spirit world. So, hey, don't worry. He's being remembered. So his name being a nomen omen, Zakir, going back to Zakar, is speaking right now. All right, the Lord is speaking.
And he want me to keep moving on. That's about it.
So you gotta watch out when you in these streets. Okay, everybody, watch out when you're in these streets. The second Esdras 5:8 says there shall be confusion also in many places. Oh, I would think these kids would play with, you know, basketballs and, you know, would play cards, if anything, you know, dominoes, or, you know, play on PlayStations and stuff like that in their little rooms and stuff and go to school. But these kids are playing with burners, and like I said, they doing real crime out here. Scams, they scamming out here. They robbing stuff. They robbing each other, robbing stores. They doing all type of crime. The typical young boy, he's a criminal. All right, for the most part. I ain't gonna get prejudiced. It's all, but most of these young ninjas are up to no good. All right, unless you got that proper guidance, you're gonna be going off. All right. It says, and the fire shall be off sent out again, and and the fire shall be off sent out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places, and menstruous women shall bring forth monsters. These kids are savage out here. The Lord prophesied that these women be bringing forth, these menstruous women bring forth these damn monsters out here. These monsters are showing the way how they are. They'll beat you up and shoot you and keep it moving, and probably glorify and drill and say they running drills and make a song out of you. So just pushing that, letting y'all know the current events. These days of evil. All right. This is from bad growing of the youth out here. These houses are not established by the Lord, and we see what happens. Okay. So we just gonna keep moving forward, and hey, it says in Ecclesiasticus chapter 31 and 13, remember that a wicked eye is an evil thing, and what is created more than a wicked eye? Therefore it weepeth upon every occasion. It says, stretch not thy hand whithersoever it looketh, and trust not with him into the dish. You got a lot of Jake that want what you got on a tape, okay? And they will not stop till they get it. All right? So the scriptures say, again, judge not thy neighbor by thyself, and be discreet in every point. Okay? So we gotta be walking in an upright conversation. Shalom to the elect.